Greetings, beloveds. This is my third time trying to do this damn video. Welcome to Muse and Magic 1111, and thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your tarot journey. Okay, my name is Aisha, also known as Goddess, coming to you from Bay Area, California. I am your local healer, muse, spiritual advisor, workshop facilitator, author, and so much more. We're going to just get into it. I've started this video like 3 times now. I recently was just talking about Mercury retrograde, how it's had a toll on many of us, but especially, you know, Scorpios, and especially if you're a Scorpio like me. I'm a 70s baby. I was born under Mercury retrograde, so I think I came into the world in chaos, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, but it rendered me a lot of clarity this time around, really hard lessons, and yeah, man, I just came out of it and I just saw so much. I just felt like it was time for me to just kind of go into hibernation, cut a lot of dead weight off of me, and get into a space where I could work on my own self-care regime and my own personal healing, right? Because your girl's been through it, all right? But it's very necessary when you're on this awakening path, you know, whether it's your dark night of the soul, whether you're just doing the shadow work, whether you're just doing the internal work to help transform yourself and become the best version of you. Sometimes that shit is gritty. You know what I mean? It ain't always pretty and shiny and all the things. Like, it's pressure. That's how diamonds are formed, right? Gems in general. So, yeah, that's where we at. So let's just get into it and see where we are. I do like starting with a song or either a healing today. Gosh, I keep messing up my thing. My jury's catching on to it. Let me switch arms. But this particular song I feel like is from you, or really, yeah, from you to the world. You know, it's almost kind of like, well, you'll know once I play it. It's by Lizzo. It's called Crash Out, and I just think it's indicative of how you're feeling right now. You know, again, I'm a 70s baby. I know there's something about being a grown-ass woman. Like, I mean grown-ass woman, where you just get to a point where you just don't have any more fucks to give. And Scorpio, I think that's where you at. I know it because I feel all of your shit. Before I even come online, I already start feeling what you're feeling, and I already know what you're going through. And that's why I can sit here and, yes, use the cards, but also intuit, okay, what's going on in your life. So, again, let's just get into it. And come on, Lizzo, tell us about it.
When I get about this motherfucking shit right now, bitch, I'm not letting I promise you. Time to get yourself together, bitch. I'm bad. I'm pissed off, bitch. Everybody who I'm stepping on you, ho. Everything, bitch. Everything, ho. Just let about me. I don't even know her. Well, all these bitches, man, I'm out here bending up. We outside, hoes. We outside, hoes. We outside. We outside, hoes. We outside, hoes. It's a whole different type of bitches. We outside, I don't care what none of these bitches talking about. I kicked a nigga out my section. He was headed out. One more shot of this shit, I be crashing out. I need my ass ate. That's why I got my ass out. All the girlies got new niggas. Keep upgrading, twin. Girls up 10, bitch. A win's a win. Bitch up like calculator. Drop the pin. Think this white boy trying to think he Johnny. Somebody talking about how much I got these girls getting niggas. Goddamn, get in the field. Always paying attention to what I got. Motherfucker, pay some bills. We outside, ho. We outside, ho. We outside. bitch fucking down. And you know what the bitch is down. But you know a bitch don't stay down for long, ho. And I'm telling you, when I come up out this isolation, bitch, I'm not playing. I'm coming for everything. When I
Okay, well, I think that was enough said. Okay. And honestly, Scorpio, I hope that you were able to hear that properly, because sometimes I know it doesn't really translate well on my computer, since I'm filming on my computer today instead of my phone. But I hope that came through clearly. And if it didn't, it's Lizzo, Crash Out. Listen to the whole song. Like, that's your shit right now, Scorpio. You're sick and tired of people having your name in their mouth. You might be down right now because you're healing, you're in hibernation, you're working on some shit, you're in the mad lab. As am I. I feel like this reading is more for me almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, just as much for me as it is for you, because Scorpios, we are the sign of constant transformation. You came here to constantly transform. You are the most spiritual um, sign in the zodiac, and so you came here to get this work. You came here to transform over and over again. And while sometimes it may feel really gritty, like I said before, it may feel like, damn, like, did I really ask for this? You know what I'm saying? But you did, though, because again, this is growing your soul, and I haven't met a Scorpio yet that's just not a good soul. You know what I mean? A good person. We don't like our buttons pushed. Okay, pushed. Okay, we're typically very chill, just like scorpions in nature. True scorpions in nature, they don't really want no smoke. They just want to let me go about my way and do what I do and survive and be in this heat and be in this desert and be wherever I'm at. Leave me alone. Okay? I don't really want to use my stinger, because if I use my stinger, damn, it takes a whole year for me to regenerate the venom in that shit. You know what I'm saying? That means I'm walking around for 12 months defenseless. Okay? So I don't really want to do this. I don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke. You know what I'm saying? But if you push me into a corner, you get me into a situation, if I'm starved out, if I'm, feeling on defense, whatever, you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And neither of us want that. So that's where you're at, Scorpio, I feel. Okay. So let's just get into the general energies in your world right now. All right. So we have cock blocking. I don't know why. I just got to kind of get the feeling that it may be someone around you that's cock blocking without you even knowing, right? Someone who's basically either speaking on you or around you. If they're not around you, having access to people who know you, whatever it is, but it's someone who's speaking on you or doing in their own way, trying to cock block. And that's whether it is they want you for themselves, is whether it's if I can't have you, nobody else can, because typically that's, we're good people, Scorpio, but at the end of the day, it's something about Scorpio. When we walk away from situations, people, places, or things, it leaves them scarred and scorned, even if we didn't do anything particularly or specifically to scar or scorn them. You know what I'm saying? It just, for some reason, rings to them as if we have broken their hearts, or we have been unfair. And it's an unfortunate thing. It's the curse of the Scorpio, okay? So somebody's cock blocking here, and somebody's running, and this could be a couple of different things. This could be the opposite sex, or like a relational situation where someone is running. They're running away from the connection. They're running away from the truth, because you can't really fuck with a Scorpio and really, we don't really know any other way but to be honest and truthful, even if it is to a fault. And oftentimes, if you're like me, I'm fairly diplomatic, and I typically know how to deliver hard messages with a taste, with a touch of honey, right? I can kind of give it to you, boom, 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 and then, love you up, give you a little piece of butterscotch like your grandmama and, you know, pat you on the butt and you know, you put you on out the door. And while I just gave you a verbal lashing, you don't even really feel like I really whooped your butt because, you know, it was so sweet. It was like, damn, I can't help but like, well, she was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people, you know, and I'm sure some Scorpios that are very sharp. But the ones that I know are very empathic, sympathetic, very diplomatic, you know, and again, like Scorpios in nature, we don't really want no smoke, so we try to keep it level, we try to keep it even, we try to be, you know, we're honest, but we're honest in a way where we try not to hurt feelings, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, uh, it's kind of hard sometimes for people to stick around. Okay, because when you're in the place of Scorpio, who is ever changing because we're ever transforming, right? Transformation is our shit. You can't really come into the life of a person and they not be touched and transformed as well, or they run from it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too intense. I don't really want to. I'm addicted to stagnancy and consistency. I don't want change. Change is hard. Change sometimes is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So somebody here is running. Um, Running from a truth, maybe running from the truth of how they feel about you or a truth that you've given them, or but they're running. Okay. And so this is like the last straw for you. You know, I feel like there's been, again, with this past Mercury retrograde, a lot of clarity. You know what I'm saying? That has been rendered to most of us, and um, at the end of the day, you're just over it. You're sick of casting your pearls upon swine. You're sick of holding space for people who don't hold it for you. You're sick of letting people pour all their problems and shit. Because that's how Scorpios are. People are just connected to us off top. You know, it could be a stranger. You know, I'm in the Bay, so it could be a stranger on BART. It could be somebody at the bus stop. It could be somebody in front of 7-Eleven. But for some reason, they want to come up to you and start sharing their whole life story. You know, we just have this kind of um effortless calm, you know, that makes people typically want to just come and connect to us, you know, and we're very genuine with it. So, you know, this person I feel like is someone who, or you at least, wherever this person is that's running from the truth, and it could be you running from something, but I feel like it's outward. This is someone else. This is the effect that, like a reaction to your energy of sorts. And again, this is just someone who pretty much is cock blocking, they're running, and they're also just putting you in a space to where it's like it's your last straw. Typically, Scorpios, we will take a lot of shit from people. We'll take more disrespect than we should. We'll take more, you know, we're very loyal. So sometimes we stick around in friendships and relationships way past the expiration date, you know. And if you're like me, you know, you feel like you got to be there for people. If I promise you I'm going to always be there for you, I feel like I got to be there for you. Like, I don't want to, like, walk away from that and you going through something. I don't want to walk away from that. What if you reach out and need help and need some, you know, I want to be there. I want to hold to my word. I want to be integral, honorable with my word, right? Impeccable with my word. So sometimes that'll cause me to stay behind in situations that I know I should have put down a long time ago. Um, and so with this, I feel like for many of you, many of us Scorpios, like we're just at a last straw with many things, people, places, and things in our life. If you're not adding something to me, if you're not showing up for me, you know what I'm saying? If you're not giving me my just due, my accolades, my props, my whatever, you're not checking for me, checking on me. Our conversations are one-sided. You know what I'm saying? You always need something, advice, help, but it's not reciprocal. I mean, whatever it is, it could be a multitude of things, but it's the last straw, right? It's the straw that broke the camel's back at this point. You're just kind of like, man, I gotta. Keep it moving. I need to upgrade. I feel like you're in a space where you feel like you need to upgrade your friends, upgrade the people around you, upgrade your wardrobe, upgrade your thoughts, upgrade everything. Like that's why you're in hibernation and feeling like you're in the mad lab right now. Upgrade your finances, upgrade your everything. You know, so it's like if you ain't on what I'm on, you know what I'm saying? When I come up out this hibernation, I'm coming from everybody, right, Lizzo? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where you're at. Then we have turns. So, I don't really feel like for you, Scorpio, this is a sense of you being the turn up in the club or anything. I feel like you turns, like you like, you know what, I'm out here about to get what's mine. I'm about to get out here and handle my business. I'm about to get out here. I'm shedding all of this dead weight. I ain't casting my pearls upon swine. I'm no longer giving solicited advice. I'm no longer, you know what I'm saying, hanging with people who really ain't there for me. You know what I'm saying? Who don't think highly of me. When people tell you who they think you are, or when people tell you who they are, believe them. Because trust me, they tell you what they think about you. Real talk, they do. That's whether it's under the influence of alcohol or some shit, or it's whether it slips out through the crevices. Because if you do it for me, you'll do it to me. If you talk about other people around me negatively and like whatever, you do that same shit to me behind my back. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you do it for me, then you'll do it to me. I'm always aware, and Scorpios, we're very intuitive. We're always looking 360. You know what I'm saying? We're deep like that. We're not just looking at what's ahead of us. We're not just listening to what you're saying. We're listening to what you're not saying. Okay? Not looking, like my grandma used to say, don't believe everything you hear and only half of what you see. You know what I'm saying? Especially in today's times when we got AI and we got, you know what I'm saying, computer technology, and we have, no, you can only believe now nothing. Don't believe everything that you hear, but only half of what you see. And that was before my grandma was 90 some years old. She had no clue, nothing about no AI. You know what I'm saying? But add that to the mix and just kind of multiply what she just said times 10. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward, there's something that's turned. I feel like it's your energy. I feel like it's your breaking point, and you turned just like Lizzo on this song. Like, I felt that just coming from her fucking soul. You know what I mean? And so that's how I feel like you feel, Scorpio. Like, all these bitches can get it. All these niggas can get it. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? When I get up out of this, I'm down now, bitch. I'm down. But when I get up out of this, you know what I'm saying? And that's where you are. So this is yeah, you check this. So somebody's snooping around, somebody's digging for dirt, or this is about accusations. You know, Scorpio, I feel like people love to have your name in their mouth. They love to, if you're a woman, they love to lie on the P, you know what I'm saying? They love to lie on the poom poom, right? If you're a man, some of the women lie on the D. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or they may not blatantly tell a lie, but they also don't confirm or deny, so they let people assume. You know what I'm saying? They let people assume whatever they want to assume, because knowing you, okay, being with you, hanging with you, being tapped into you is an upgrade to their life. I'm recording. Not only is it an upgrade to their life, but it drives their stock up. Meanwhile, your connection to them can sometimes drive your stock down. So we have to be mindful of the company that we keep, the lovers that we keep. We have to be selective. And most Scorpios I know are very selective. Each person with you gets a different version of you. Not because you're fake, but because you're very protective and guarded of you and parts of you. And there's so many faces to you, so many parts of you. So this person, this friend might be the friend you can only go out to the club, to the bar lounge, to movies and concerts and all the things, and y'all vibe. That's where it stays. This friend is like only my phone friend. We go way back, but you know, we just talk on the phone and that's whatever. We don't really connect, you know what I'm saying, physically, whatever. We just vibe on that tip. And then you have this lover who may, you know, you do certain things which you kind of go deep with. You pillow talk and have all of those intimate conversations. Talk about whatever, religion, politics, love, whatever, future. And this lover, you keep it very surface. He might not know nothing about you or your family or your past or any of that because you just keep it very fluff over here. That's who you are. Everybody gets a different version of who you are depending on how you intuit how they can hold you and hold space for you. You know what I'm saying? So for a person to think that they know you is pretty inaccurate because there's no way. If 4 quarters make up $1, each person probably has about 25 cents. If they got that. Some of them might only have 10. You know what I'm saying? Like a dime. So with that being said, someone is trying to dig. Someone is trying to be a detective. Maybe you are not in contact. Maybe you've fallen away. I'm saying that because this is right under that runner card. So this is the person who's probably running away from this connection, who's still got eyes on you somehow, still trying to inquire about you, right? But man, it's kind of crazy. They're doing this on the under, playing detective and shit and seeking things out because at the end of the day, they're sneaking and doing this. It's almost like there's this hidden, there's this. So there's okay. Oof, wow. So I feel like there's this third party situation here, right? Maybe you were the side piece. Um, maybe you were the side piece, or both you were side pieces. But whatever the case is, there's some situation about a side piece here. So maybe they were treating you like the side piece when you were really the main. You know what I'm saying? The main, or maybe they were fooling around with more than one person, and so either you know, whatever it was, or they had a side piece situation that they were keeping on the hush. But it doesn't really matter as far as that's concerned. There's some type of a hidden situationship here. You know, and for me, I feel like for some, this is really just their hidden feelings, and maybe that's why there's this runner energy here, running away from hidden feelings. Um, you know what I'm saying? For you, it's pretty much the last straw. They could be dealing with the last straw, an ending to that situation, or a last straw type of thing going on with that situation. But at the end of the day, they've still got eyes on you. They're still checking for you. Okay. Maybe you've moved on. I don't know. But at the end of the day, somebody is still sneaking. They're scrolling, trolling, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, but for you, there's a new love coming in. Okay? There's a new love, a new partnership, new energies coming in for you. And I think mainly this is because you've been through so much and because you deserve a really healthy, beautiful connection, right? Um, like you're kind of tired of getting into situations where people are not reciprocating your love, where they're numb. And maybe in a way, this is you numbing out. Like you're very numb to the bullshit. I've heard it all, been there before, heard it all before, seen it all before. There's been no change. And I think your stance right now in life is like, if it's not adding to me, if it's not stimulating my mind, my body, my soul, like I'm at my wit's end. This is the last straw. You know what I'm saying? So you're just very numb. You're very numb right now. And I feel like this person, honestly, whoever this runner person, this is all in alignment with this runner. This runner is the detective. You know, eyeing you, seeking you out, secretly, sneaky link, secretly trying to figure out what's going on with you and what you're up to, but just very numb to the situation that they're in. Why? Because you are Scorpio. Scorpio, when you're in a situation, a situationship, even just a homie lover friendship, you tend to pull change out of people, pull transformation out of people. You tend to incite people into wanting to change. Like you never walk away from a situation with a person being unchanged. And if that happens, it's because that's the reason why you left. If that happens, it's because they refuse to step up and elevate with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, and so you'll kind of just rotate out or vibrate out of their lives. But it's just such a and I think because that has happened enough times throughout your um relationship career, so to speak, that you're known. It's like you're used to it. I'm kind of used to this behavior. I'm kind of used to people wilding out, mishandling me, and then when I leave, they want to be stalking and all the stuff. Like you been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Tired of it. But this new love is coming into your life. This new love is coming in for you, and this is someone who, uh, mm, yeah, this person who's kind of lightweight, checking for you, stalking you, whatever the case is. This person is numbing out. This is a person who likes to either smoke or drink or just kind of like do everything they can do to kind of not think about life, not think about you. You know what I'm saying? The one that got away. Um, I feel like in a sense, all of this walking away from your divine femininity has also caused them to have a little bit of a streak of what they may interpret as bad luck. You know what I'm saying? Financial woes, um, whatever, breakdowns and but at the end of the day, this person wants, they really want to come back and repossess you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. And part of this numbing is because they know that they've mishandled you. Um, they know that they're not being honest and true to their own feelings. And also because you're the one that got away. You know, I don't know. This energy just feels like, ugh, you know. Um, so for you though, Scorpio, what's coming up for you is that, there's now luck is on your side. This is a very magical time for you, a time of prosperity, a time of reflection. Your intuition is on point right now, or it is at least increasing or calling for you to pay attention to it. And love is underway with this new connection. Um, transformation is where you live, so that's nothing new. But I feel like, you know, maybe for some time you felt very stuck and very captured, but now is the time for travel. Now is the time for the restoration of your soul. So you are undergoing healing right now. Some of you it's actual physical healing, but some of you it's really healing from your heart. You know what I mean? Your heart and soul space, emotional healing, mental healing, physical healing. Um, so yeah, this is a time, and again, I just can't express enough. I just feel like love is coming in for you, an increase in your finances. Um, for some of you, you've experienced some damages. There's been some financial woes in your life, some hardship, some miscalculations of things. Maybe for some of you, um, you invested a lot of money in something and it just kind of just didn't render the return that you hoped it would. But now is a time for you to collaborate with others, and you collaborating with others is what is going to attract some type of a mentorship here. But also, it's going to also help you to, reach your goals and manifest what it is Manifest what it is you've been waiting on, like a successful business or a successful connection in business. Yeah, there's someone coming in to really help you with this. Help you with this investment or help you with this. And what this is going to basically lead to is your more yeah. This is going to lead to your financial success. Like it's going to help you to learn more about money. And I don't mean that you don't to say that you don't know about money. This is just going to help you to come in and really start learning about having more money than you've imagined and than you're used to handling all at once. Okay, and I remember someone once said, God, I want to say it was almost Pastor Jamal Bryant, but don't quote me. Um, I remember someone once said that if you know how much money you have in the bank, then you ain't got enough. You know what I'm saying? So this is someone who's going to come in, a group or a mentor or both, who's going to come in and just really help you tighten up, really help you towards your goals, towards your investments. And through that, you're going to learn how to grow with your money. You're going to learn how to manage more money than you ever imagined you'd have to be managing. You know what I'm saying? Increasing your skills and yeah, and I just feel like you're going to be protected. That's all. You're going to be protected in this, so don't be afraid to use your charm, okay? So I want to kind of dive into this new love, though. Like, what is this new love? Who is this new love coming into your life? This is someone who is not codependent. This is someone who doesn't need drugs or alcohol or any type of escape mechanism to make decisions, to deal with you, to deal with life. This is someone who's coming in clean. You know what I mean? Occasional social drink here or there, but they don't have a dependency on anything. You know, not even you, to be honest. This is a new love, of course. This is a new person who's going to stir your romantic feelings. So I'm going to just go ahead and say this is someone that you don't know. This is someone who doesn't care about your finances or your career situation. This is someone who can come in, I think is even tied into this mentorship or this collaboration, someone who can come in and actually kind of help you along in your business endeavors. You know, who's on what you're on, who's for what you're for, against what you're against. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, someone who's going to get you. You guys are going to get to know each other here. Um, it's kind of hard. I don't read these in reverse, but this came out in reverse, so it's already. Oh, okay, yeah. So this could be the one. The difference is that this is not someone that you already met, okay? This is a brand new energy. I think there will be engagement here, but this is for a change. You're gonna take it slow, right? Um, you're gonna take it slow. Now, this is someone you could have known in some past life situation. I don't know that this person is going to be around for your current upcoming travels, but because the retreat card is in reverse, so maybe again because this is kind of a slow burn, meaning you're going to actually take the time to get to know one another. This is someone that you'll feel like you've known before because it is a past life um, situation, but there will be heavy attraction here. This is someone who, you know, is very flirtatious, going to make you want to be a flirt, and they're not going to make you feel like you're in bondage or bound to anything. They're not going to be insecure where everything that you do is they control you by you knowing that certain things, actions, behaviors make them insecure. So now you feel bound to not act and be yourself. You know what I mean? Because if I do this, you know, they're going to be tripping or whatever. This is someone who's just very, I see this masculine, just very, again, uber masculine, just uber confident. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to have to worry about that at all. Someone who doesn't have control issues. Again, I just see them just loving the fact that you're so free. And Scorpios, we are free. We are women or men who run with the wolves. We don't like feeling bound and caged. You know what I'm saying? That's a sure way to get rid of us. You know what I mean? Now, interestingly, there's a reconciliation here. So this could mean a reconciliation of a past life soulmate of sorts. But I also feel like this kind of feels like right when this is happening, there's going to be some type of reconciliation. Like this runner fuck is going to try and come in and contact you and come back around or whatever. All right? The timing. There's going to be some time spent apart. Okay? Some type of honeymoon phase or honeymooning or whatever going on. Oh, I almost feel like you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to forgive. There's going to be some forgiveness, some learning from this situation. Keeping an open mind is what you're guided to do. And just to stay optimistic. Man. Yeah, because someone's healing some of their childhood shit right now. You know what I mean? So again, I just feel like this is a slow burn. This isn't something where, okay, guys, you come in and 30 days later, oh my God. I think you're very guarded, Scorpio, so that's why it's going to take a bit, because moving forward, you're just so used to people not, once things get hard, once they get deep, you know what I'm saying? People just not wanting to do the work with you, not wanting to vibrate higher with you, and they end up leaving or running away or being insecure, and so they kind of, you know, put a pause on things. But this is, again, someone who's definitely not that, you know. This is someone who could actually possibly go the distance. And the bottom of the deck, it was release your ex. You know, and for some of you, that just means release any energies that you're holding on to because of the experiences you've had with your ex-partners. So release all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Release the disappointments. Forgive. You know, forgive. So there will be new beginnings. Okay? There'll be new beginnings here. And there's a new beginning underway. There's a commitment, see, told you, and financial health. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is everything, a summary of what we just said, just confirmation. There will be new beginnings. There's a new relationship coming. There's a new financial situation coming, maybe a new business, but a new partnership or something that's going to lead to financial health, right? In ways you've never even dreamed. And there is a commitment. There is a commitment. So we're going to get into these dark confessions and see what the messages are from your runner. What are the messages from your runner? What does the person you're thinking about as your runner, if you have someone in mind as to who this is, whether it's an ex or ex-lover, ex whatever. I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. Trust me, their mind is always fucking awake too. And I think you feel that, Scorpio. Like, I think you feel when you can't sleep or you can't get rest that someone is meditating on you. You know what I'm saying? I am seeing someone, but I am not ready for you to know about them yet. I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. I don't want to be contacted right now. I want to be left alone. I feel empty and hollow inside. I can't open up right now. I am finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. I mean, honestly, you can't even make that up, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pick a few more from Messages of Love. What else would they like for you to know, Scorpio? Wow. A lot of cards kind of popped out, so let's just see. I don't typically like to read them when they come out like this. This is like 5 or 6 cards, but let's just see. Conversation. I wish to tell you, or I want to call you and hear your voice. Absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. Regret. I wish this never happened. Values. We have too many differences. And reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Clearly those are all very accurate. I feel that very much so. See if I pull 1 or 2 more. I want you to be a part of my future. I wasn't happy the way things were going. I wish you understood how I feel. And mainly this is all still about self-worth, value, self-value, unworthiness. Like that just kept being the theme through all of this. So, but lucky for you, Scorpio, someone's coming in who doesn't have those issues, right? New beginnings. I do believe you're going to have to make a choice. I do believe as soon as you start getting comfortable and start falling for someone else, it always happens that way, that an ex or an old flame basically comes back in and wants to confess their undying love, and now here you are, already invested into something else. But again, like I said, you're at your wit's end. You're pretty much at your breaking point. It's like, at this point in time, i.e. Lizzo, anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you are undergoing major transformation. It's grueling right now. I know it's hard. It feels, it feels a little tumultuous maybe at this time. Because anytime you start working out new muscles, it hurts. The shit hurts. It's aching. You know what I'm saying? The muscles are aching. Your body's hurting. All of the things. But it's a very necessary part to building strength and to getting the ideal body that you've been wanting to have for so long. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come without work, without tenacity, without repetitions, right? You have to put in that work. And so you've been doing that. You have touched, if you don't know this, you have touched everyone that you've come into contact with, everyone that you've ever met, every relationship you've ever had. You have touched these people. So there are people who think about you, even if they don't know your full name. They think about you and how you've changed and touched their lives just by something that you've said or done in the past. This person is no different. It's no different. And I think there's been quite a few people in your life, and friendships even, not just relationships, but friendships with people who didn't handle you properly. And they were always very regretful in the end, but too much, too little, too late, right? As this old song goes, too much, too little, too late to try again with you, right? So, I don't know. You might have some decisions to make very soon, Scorpio. Okay, but that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I enjoyed reading for you. And until next time, I wish you optimal levels of health, wealth, wholeness, and abundance. Love, love.